Well, finally got around to the server video. And I'm going to start out here by talking about connections on your end, on your PC end, and the best way to set that up. Here's a little graphic of how it's normally done in your home with most systems. I have the cable TV connection, which in my area happens to be the best. You also have the phone connection, and satellite now is coming in, but your very best option is to find the provider that has fiber optic cables in your area and the greatest server capacity on their end. Now, rumor has it that most cable TV guys are limited in their server capacity by certain federal regulations, whereas the phone line companies are not. But there are other issues of maintenance and uptime, and again, in our area, the phone lines are the worst in that department. But you should do a little research. The whole point of this: research your cable providers available in your area. Find out what kind of lines they have. Talk to people who have the different systems and see which ones are the most reliable. And get the broadest possible bandwidth you can get. Don't get the dial-up, obviously. Don't get some of those medium ranges that are offered. Our phone company offers 3 different bandwidths. Get the fastest possible bandwidth you can get. Now, most providers will give you one outlet into your home, and that connects to your modem. From there, it goes to a wireless, and you can connect other computers in your house to that wireless. For the case of trading, we're concerned about reliability more than anything else. Every broker that knows what they're doing is going to recommend you plug directly into your modem to your computer. Don't go through the wireless. Even if you're in the same room, don't go through the wireless. But especially if you're in another room, don't go through the wireless. You want to have a direct cable Ethernet right from your modem to your desktop when you're running your trading programs. Now this is an issue with your server connection, and tune in to the accelerator broker compatibility test number 5. I ran into a host of problems in that initial run, and some of them were server issues on my end, which I'll explain in that video as I will exemplify what happened. Next, we're just going to do a simple test on various broker platforms. These are things that are noticeable if you take the time to do it, and tells you what kind of connection you have on their end. We're going to be uploading these platforms now to continue the accelerator test, and we're watching for our connection speeds. You see, that would take about a count of 3 to 4 to get that connection. Now watch the different platforms as they connect and how long it takes for that to happen. Now, we're not worried about the uploads. You see, that was a little faster. We're looking at the time it takes from once the platform appears do we get that little cha-ching there. Forex metal. Now, the longer it takes for that to happen, the slower our connect is to the platform. Now, as far as their end goes, a lot of this has to do with traffic and whether they have adequate server capacity for the amount of traffic they have. And this is the real issue, one of the real issues for me on some of these more popular platforms like FXTD. Are they maintaining their server capacity.
Incoming mail.
FXCD is doing pretty well. That's only one of the popular ones that I'm actually keeping, and Interbank has their own servers in-house, so they're monitoring this pretty closely.
Incoming mail.
See, their response was very quick there. Actually, I call that a good response. There are actually better responses. Yeah, surprisingly enough for me, despite the reputation of Lite4x and 4x Open, their connections have been fairly stable. See, like 4x Open. See, 4x Open is quite fast for all that bad press they've been getting. They do take care of their back end. Let's see, we want master. That's a good connection. Here's Prime 4x. See, that's good. That's fast. We had 3 fast ones. Now, some of that has to do with what time of the day you do it. You should notice a difference when there's more higher traffic than not. But this brings us to the little issue I mentioned in one of the previous videos about what was happening with these FAP turbos during the Asian trading period. What the problem for the brokers isn't just that we're seeing these particular kind of orders being done at that time. The problem is that they're all happening at the same time. We got 30,000 users out there with a single program that's executing the trades at all the same time on exotic currencies. They have a obvious fill problem in that these currencies don't have a lot of liquidity in the first place, and they're all getting hit with buy orders at the same time and sell orders at the same time. It's not just a traffic issue that all this is happening at the same time. It's also a fill issue on their part, which is the problem. Now, we'll talk about a little more about brokers and what they do in another video, but one solution is to have a pool to help fill these orders with, but the simple issue of massive traffic all at the same time on exotic currencies does create a problem for them. And this whole traffic issue, this is why most of the brokers that I've eliminated have these problems, connection problems, and that, by the way, appears right down here. This is our data feed information. And if you hear that cha-ching a lot while you're running your program, and which means that you're getting a disconnect, and then it has to reconnect, and a disconnect, and a reconnect. This is aside from the pings on the orders. This is when that starts happening, come out and look at your platform, and look down here, and you'll see connection status. When it disconnects, it'll say no connection, and then when it reconnects, you'll get these numbers. If it's doing that off and on and off and on and off and on, which does happen on some platforms, it's probably a traffic issue, and that those guys have not got the server capacity to deal with the traffic that they've got, and you do not want that to be the case for you. That totally disrupts your trading, your order fills, and it's just not good. So first, number one criteria in my book is this server connection, whether you're getting these disconnects. If I get any at all, actually, that broker or platform is out of the running. So that's it for the basic server issues. Thank you for watching.